times have you tried to deal with someone who has a real high need for control and they have the sense of entitlement? And some of the reasoning they come up with leaves you scratching your head and saying, where did they come up with that? How do they reason that way? Here's an example. A client of mine told me what happened to her. She was going to the grocery store and she asked her husband, is there anything we need at the store? And he said, a jar of honey. Her comment was, the last time I went to the store, I got a jar of honey. It's in the cupboard. The husband's response was, I can't stand the way that you're constantly correcting me and putting me down. You're just going to have to quit it. I asked her, did he really say that to you? And she replied back, that's the way he talks to me. That's the way he reasons. He does it all the time. I can't reason with him whatsoever. That's absurd. There's no way you can get through to these individuals. They will have this exaggerated anger. They go on and on about something that makes no sense whatsoever. They also have a gross defensiveness. How do you handle this? Go your own way. Move away from this kind of mentality because sometimes you just have to walk away and say, I'm not going to try to connect with a big bucket full of nothing. Interact with individuals who have good reasoning and they know how to do relationships well. The next time you are up against that absurd kind of thinking, you're told you don't know what you're talking about, they're in their world of crazy making. You may be too short, you may be too tall, you didn't do that right, you're made to think you're unworthy. Why don't we just say this? In your mind, you can think about that absurd person and say, your opinion of me is under further review, or maybe not. In the meantime, I have a lifetime to share with reasonable people. You can't reason with an unreasonable person. Don't enter into their space of logic. The more you try to argue, the more you try to prove your point or show them why they're wrong, they tend to double down. You can't reason with them. Also, drop the worry that you're going to be rejected by the absurd person. The absurd person is implying, I think you're an idiot, or you don't know what you're talking about. It's like, no, you can't say that about me. Well, yes, they can. And it's a given that they don't think well of you. Well, that doesn't scare me. That doesn't make me upset. There you are, I'm being rejected by an absurd person. Have you ever had an interaction with someone whose absurdity is crazy making? Let me know and leave a comment below. Thank you.